Uh, what I'm going to do because it's okay. Papa Geoffrey, I think you lead us in prayer, then we'll start.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, I want to thank you for today, King of Glory. We thank you for that team that you have joined us together, Jehovah. I want to thank you for the courses, alumni, family. Jehovah, as we plan for your glory and for the family, I pray that you guide us and your spirit, lead us in everything, Jehovah. That we will continue to exalt you and to serve you, to give glory to your name, Jehovah. In Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. We thank God for enabling us to be on this call. You forgive me. I had not connected my account of that I used to create the link. So I keep using the phone and the laptop. But we're going to have the meeting. This meeting is particularly for us to share on how best we can prepare for we can enhance or make better our fellowships. That is both online and the physical ones, so that we don't just have fellowships. Then the other aspect is the student activities. How can we, as the alumni, get involved without crippling the students? I would just ask, maybe we'd encourage people who are in the group somehow to get on, to tell them that the call is on. I apologize. I had the network issues. I wasn't able to start at 8:45 as we had agreed. Yeah. Apostle, we can hear one word or two, just remarks before we can get into the meeting. Okay, Papa said, praise God. It's fine. It's okay, Papa Geoffrey. Something you have to say about the fellowship? What is your observation and what can we do? Okay.
Praise the Lord.
Amen.
I think our online fellowship, according to me, our online fellowship is going on well. But I think what we need is to continue advertising it, like continue informing other members who have not been attending to attend, because it is really good. It has been constructive and very good. So we just need to keep to find a way of those people who are always missing to make. I don't know how we can. I know they may be missing because they don't know what is happening. But I think we keep encouraging them. Maybe we involve even messaging towards the time of fellowship. Some people forget, maybe.
when it reaches time and then someone goes, oh, I forgot, maybe we can start. But so with time, and then they will get used. And for the physical, I'm really not sure, but I think we can start by finding out people who stay around Kampala who are near. And then we based on those ones for the start. Yeah, members who are around, and then those ones who are far, the last option. Like actually, Simon is a bit far, but he's so committed. So I think we need to boost people who are around for our physical fellowship to make
Okay.
sure that we start with those ones.
Papa, if I got you right, on online fellowship, you
I think
said,
that's what I can do for now.
Papa, online fellowship. Okay, well, you've been talking about fellowship. On online fellowship, you said we need to keep encouraging people. Are you there, Papa? Papa Geoffrey, you there? We
Yes,
encourage people. How do we encourage them?
I'm there.
I'm just saying, how should we encourage people?
How? Informing them about the fellowship and the relevance of us meeting together.
So
For
it's
example, now we who have met so far, the teachings we learn,
okay.
there are a lot of things that we learn as a family, and I think we can base on the relevance of those things we learn to encourage other people to be part.
So could
We are
we maybe,
learning, we
because
sharpening each
we
other.
need to be intentional, because we cannot just leave it to chance and say we are going to encourage people. Can we use maybe a Monday? Every Monday we review maybe what was shared in the previous call, and everyone that was maybe on the call, they can contribute what they learned. Then we can, from what a summary, then we can share with members and encourage them to attend the one following. I don't know how you see that. Oh, okay, Papa. What I'm trying to say is, Papa Geoffrey, we cannot leave it to chance and say we'll encourage people. We need to be intentional. Like we need to somehow be intentional and know that we are going to encourage people, but this is how we are going to be encouraging the people.
Mm.
We need to encourage them, but how are we going to encourage them? I think this is the question. Because I cannot just say we are going to be sending out messages. We know who is going to be sending out the messages. Somehow we need to be specific so that when we do another evaluation like call online, we'll be like, okay, Michael, we talked about encouraging people to do the online fellowship. Have you done it? Because we cannot leave it to chance. We cannot just say we are going to. We need to break it down to application level. What do you think, Papa?
encouraging them encouraging them to join. I think it's
So I'm going to follow up with you on that.
not one person, but
All. Okay. It's
oh,
fine. It's
okay.
fine. I'm going to follow up with you on that. Then, student activities. How best can the alumni? Because we also have our activities. We want the student fellowship to be independent of us, but as well as we being useful to them. We don't want them to depend on us completely. Let's say they're having megabus, they're having a conference, and it's like the alumni are going to bring the money that is in their mind. No, we don't want that. We want it to be that The students are organizing an event, let's say mega burst or a conference. They put in the best efforts, and then they're like, we have an alumni family. We want these people to come and attend, but they can also bring a contribution. I don't know whether you see, Papa, the angle that we're looking at this. That was actually something I shared with Apostle was sharing something in direction that we don't need to cripple the students to make them think there is a bug in the alumni fellowship where money comes from. Because if you realize what is happening in the alumni family, we have a lot happening in the family that also requires us maybe not only just to talk about money, but to also be doing something in the family. That we want the student fellowship not to rely so much on the alumni. Papa, share on that kindly, Papa Geoffrey. Papa Apostle is going to be coming in, but share on how best the alumni can stand when it comes to student activities. Because now there is Megabus coming on 2nd September, and we want students to always have their expectations clear from us. What should they expect? How can we be involved without maybe disappointing them or without us also maybe crippling them? Papa Geoffrey, you there?
Oh, I think on that point, the fellowship shouldn't base on alumni actually for everything. They need to know that we are independent. They need to, for example, they are planning, they shouldn't plan things basing looking at alumni, they will have money, but they have to devise ways to get finances as students. And then alumni comes in to add on what they have. And we come in, but we should leave out that thinking the alumni and they will even relax by them. But they can even do something almost in what you call a level. But we come in as to give direction, to guide, and also finances where possible. But they need to develop standard where they do things not basing on alumni. I think that they know that their main source of funds is themselves, their collections from one another. Because you know, remember sometimes at campus we move around, you reach here. So alumni will come in, will also not leave the fellowship to suffer when we have money. Yeah, but that's what I want them to be studied. Because sometimes now alumni might fail because of the activities that they have, and now they don't give in money. So, meaning they will just say, those alumni let us down, then the activities will not happen. So, they need to develop that sense of independence that the source of money is us. What comes from alumni, when money comes from alumni, then well and good, but they should help them to develop that standard. Them.
Okay.
For now, that's
So does it mean we come up with a communication to the students and tell them what we think, or because we cannot leave it to chance? The challenge I saw last time when we were having was it a conference? Because we have some alumni that were still in the student body, they would always tell the student, relax, the alumni are going to take care of the money. So the students would also relax. So I think we need to communicate clearly down to the papa because a student alumni coordinator and tell them, you know what, whenever you're organizing events now like Megabust, you should be able to at least meet a percentage. of the budget. I don't know whether that would be a wise one, or we tell them, you know what, the alumni will contribute, but don't rely on them. I don't know the best way we can address this to them, because we need to show them that you need to own up.
Yes, we need to explain to them they have to stand. When they have an event, one alumni might fail
Okay.
somehow because of the schedule, but you just need to give a guide to them when you have an event, that you are the source. So look
Okay.
around,
Mm.
you need to look for fundraising. And
So
alumni come in to back up
yes, but not the primary funders of student activities.
students themselves.
But okay, we'll share, but we made a commitment to them regarding machines. Something will, I think, will come up in the
Now,
future.
minutes already you had made the commitment. Nimubagamba we are going to do. I remember we talked to them.
Hmm.
Otherwise, so for machines, they were even there. I've met Sparkle several times. I think their expectation is yours.
Hmm.
The way you promised them, but maybe singato abagamba nti mwekolemu.
Hmm.
Actually, Bondo, this is what I've been trying to tell him that you can stand, no, maybe you can stand with a community. Maybe you start with a committee and each one raise something. For example, there is a fellowship, very Mish. I've been going to Mish, but they wanted a keyboard actually. They just bought it. I'm the one who went, they did a survey. But what they did, um, they said, let every leader bring 50,000. We want a keyboard, right? Then they made a deadline.
Hmm.
And I worked so much. But we need a keyboard next semester by what? The first month of the semester. So we started on now we need how much? Need this amount of money. So each one bring 50. Oh, as all of like more money, do. So and they did it. Students even ziwera before alumni abamu nga tebanaba kuteekamu. So when they just got bagenda money they have now is much ngezibulako ntono nnyo nga zaalumni ez'okutopinga. You get
Hmm.
sometimes when alumni come in they just stop when things go.
Hmm.
But now so on the fellowship is pending, everything was on is they are waiting. I think I don't know if they have something, but last time I asked, I told me they had 50,000.
Hmm.
So we need to see now the issue, another issue is, but now for now there is an issue of keyboard and there are other events really closed. So it is hard now for them to say, I don't know how they can do it. Uganda Abana let them try and the keyboard, then there's Megabus and the same leaders. So this I don't know. We need to find a way of re doing it. Oh, alumni we had promised a keyboard. If we can handle it, let's do it. Keyboard, but Kubirala, encourage them to stand. They do a portion, we do a portion.
Yeah, I think that is fine. Huh? Also, give a comment on that. Um, but then I felt like, okay, regarding, well, personally, this is what I think Omega Bust coming up, because we have like 1 month. Can we come up with a list of about 50 alumni that can make it, and each can contribute their money for being there? I think that would be enough. Could come up with a list and say we are targeting 50 alumni for Megabust. It's my suggestion. We are not going to own Megabust. It's a student activity. We are going to just support. So we can come up with a list of 50 to make it very simple for us to stand with the students. 50 alumni, whether somebody is going or not going, they contribute the money that is needed for megabus. Let's say if it's 35, we say every one of the 50 we target, let's say within the next coming month, you see that every one of them is able to raise that money. We say, okay, Michael, we have megabus. 2nd September, we need, let's say, 35 from you, whether you're going or not going. So, like, I don't know whether that could work. Okay, Apostle said true. Papa Geoffrey, what do you think? Apostle said that is okay. I think it's the best way, because if you have like a list and you're sure, like you can reach out to these people, be intentional. Even if we end up with, let's say, 20 or 30 alumni that have gone, but when we have all the 50 contribute, I think somehow it will be an easier approach than saying, let's say, alumni, let's contribute. You find that some people may not, some are willing, or maybe left to a few people. Papa Jeff?
Yeah, that was okay. It's better than leaving it open.
Mm,
It's better than leaving it open and people are thinking what, but when you do that, I think that's good.
okay.
You have a target, then those who have not gone, actually sometimes fellowship you realize for those events abana bamwe baterana sente.
Mm,
Though now the fellowship also each student megabus going is 25.
mm,
So those students who may not have paid, then they are able to be facilitated.
okay.
Mhm.
So I think
So
I think I'm going to follow up on that and see that I get a list of 50 people that we can reach out. Let it be our target. And at least make sure that if one of the 50 doesn't is not compliant, we will get another person to replace them. Physical fellowship, I think it is very close. It is next, forgive me, time has now shoot. We're supposed to be ending. But physical fellowship, somehow I realized, okay, because of the weddings and stuff, somehow things were overshadowing. Maybe how do we deal when we have a lot of information to pass on to people? How do we deal with such a scenario so that we do not end up covering up for major events? Because now, when you look at a physical fellowship like the one we are going to have this coming, I believe it's this weekend, it's this Sunday. Actually, it's this Sunday, the coming Sunday. So sometimes we have so many activities that we some tend to cover others. We need to get a solution to that. But how best? Because now we have 1 week, and I remember we had like 3 weeks. Now we have 1 week. How best are we going to mobilize for this coming physical fellowship? I want to first thank God. The first one was a success. I think we're about 10 people, 9 people there. It was a success. But the challenge I have now is okay, somehow Papa Edic has been going through a lot, but how prepared are we? And how best can we mobilize?
breaking.
Sorry. I was talking about physical fellowship, and I was asking how prepared are we?
Not get
You're not getting what I'm saying. Are you able to hear what I'm saying now, Papa? Papa, are you able to hear what I'm saying now?
now I can hear you,
Okay,
but
I'm
you're not
saying
working.
physical fellowship. How best can we prepare in the 1 week that we have? That is, prepare on our side, because we said we do not want to find ourselves having, let's say, relationship this time and relationship again. And last time we had relationship. So we don't want to expect relationships again. So how best can we prepare within these 7 days and make sure, one, the content, we are sure of the content that we are going to deliver to these people, so that when they come, they will desire to come again. Then the other is how to reach out to more people. I think you hinted on that, getting people around Kampala and stuff. But how best can we prepare? Because we have 7 days. How are we going to utilize them?
I think what we need for the physical fellowship now is we can make calls to confirm people who will be around other than. I think that's how best one. I think making calls and confirm members who will be around. then that one can give us also a way out
Okay.
to
So
make sure at least our attendance. Otherwise, if we leave it general, we just reach there
and no one is there.
uh, you're surprised and it's just three members coming. So
Okay.
I think we need to make calls earlier then confirm.
So, Papa, can I leave you to follow up on that with the publicity team?
Making calls.
Papa, I was just asking, can you help follow up on that? Papa Geoffrey, is it something you can follow up
Yes,
with Papa Simon, Mama Harriet, Mama Becky?
maybe what we would do if we can
Hmm?
share the contact. If you can make the full list of the alumni in the group
Hmm.
and then give us number each one at least
We share
make
them
it
in the
a
committee. Okay.
publicity. I
Published
think
not committee. Okay, okay, okay. I think that is fine.
public if we have someone, we have Becky, Marie, then we can divide.
my concern, Papa, is now today
Mm.
Thursday. We don't need to call people on Saturday. It will be bad. If you're going to call people for the physical fellowship,
School is
I'm saying my concern. Can you hear me now, Papa?
your network is off.
Oh, okay. Let me just use the phone. Okay, Papa was saying, can you hear me now? Hello, Papa.
Hello, Papa.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Okay, I think what we need to do is to make the calls in these coming 2 days so that we don't find ourselves calling people on Saturday. And I don't know how possible that is. If it means sending out messages first, let's send out the messages tomorrow. It means calling people, let's not call them past Thursday.
Messages we can also do. I think Papa Simon has also been doing it.
For the physical fellow, then okay, Papa Apostle, I'm going to follow up on.
Let's get
You're breaking,
doing make
Papa.
calls and then messages can keep on reminding.
Okay, maybe we need to get a word from Apostle regarding the content now of the physical fellowship because the last time we had relationship, this time we could do Bible study, we could do, but we've just had financial empowerment this Tuesday. Papa Geoffrey is speaking. Papa Geoffrey, are you saying something?
No,
Yes. Were you saying something about that?
no.
Okay. I was just saying if we are going to call people, let's call them between tomorrow, Wednesday is late actually. Then I just want
Now,
Now, who can help that list?
the list. I can compile it myself if it is not there.
Mm-hmm. Then that's good.
So I'm going to compile the list and I'm going to group those numbers MTN Airtel. I'm going to compile all the people that are in the group. So I think I will be sharing the list in the
Mm.
group, in the committee group. Then the team on publicity, I think, should pick up and make the calls if possible. Let's first have the messages out on these numbers.
Now, we also divide them according. Again, if they are 100, let's see. Publicity were how many?
Three or
Just
four.
divide them in that.
Okay, yeah, okay, it's fine. I'll divide the numbers. But then I wanted us to hear from Apostle, content wise. What are our expectations this Sunday? Because we also need to have a budget. Unlike maybe other meetings, we need to one have a budget because we're going to use the canteen. Actually, I've not talked to these people regarding the physical for the canteen. I've not yet. I'll need to pass by this week. We need to have a budget based on the numbers we expect, but content wise, is it going to be Bible study? Is it going to be personal? I was against financial empowerment because we've just had financial empowerment this last Tuesday. Apostle, is it going to be because we had relationship the other time and how we agreed, we said it's more on bonding, it's more of, but we don't want to keep doing the same thing. And when people come and they find maybe we guys are not prepared, it will be embarrassing. Just imagine Papa Simon leaving Ginger to come and attend, only to find and say these guys were not prepared for this. So Apostle, I don't know. Expectations, even as we are communicating to people, if they ask what is it going to be about this time. Anyway, this I think these questions would go to Papa Edgar, but somehow there has been some amount, and even now they lost somebody in their family. So I don't know. What should we do? Because definitely, as we are communicating, somebody may ask, or somebody attended the last one, they need to have a picture of what we expect. And even us who are mobilizing for people, we need to have a vision, direction.
I think maybe we can have a topic, but we can leave it also when people have come, they share their experience, how they have been. More like just someone share their experience at work, maybe how they have been. It can also be an encouragement to someone else. I don't know, because we work in different conditions. Genuine life, in addition to our topic.
Okay, yeah. I believe Papa Edgar will know how best, but we're going to forward these ideas to him, where people can share their experiences. Um, yeah, to empower others, but we'll leave it to him to come up with a topic in case, because I believe that will be something you will take time, seek God, and come up with a topic that we're going to be focusing on. People will share on that topic, but they also give their experience based from the time they left campus, and maybe that just to encourage somebody who may be struggling somewhere. So I believe that's it. I don't know whether we've left out something. Maybe a comment. Sometimes I don't know. Our committee involvement is somehow down. I find that I think we operate at 10%, which is somehow understandable. Not everyone may be active, but somehow also the involvement, somehow very down. I think 10%, 20%. We've not hit a 50. So I think we also need to focus on how do we increase the committee involvement in these activities.
I think one of the things we also need to check on each other and anyway on each committee and find out how they are because it always starts with the committee.
Hmm.
If we catch the vision and we are organize something where to reach our think it will be so good. Some people also need to check on some committee members who are not active or maybe who are not active, who are not showing up. How are they? What do they be? Never know what is keeping them busy. Let's say, I think you need to check on them. Somebody saw who? Damari.
Yes.
There's Damari. When you spread the left there,
Hmm.
uh, I thought of maybe like we're calling her, find out how is she. Yeah. Sometimes we because maybe the phone is lost, maybe they get new one. But as a person, then I saw Simon saying, why it was a joke that I'm looking for what? For Damari. Hmm? Something like to check on her, clean
Hmm.
her up. So I don't know how we attended why someone called her. Because I remember she was on praise and worship. I called her.
Hmm.
Yeah. I remember at first they had put her on praise and worship. But now it has been a time even since she got married.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that thing of checking on community, that the community gesokera on community, community, each other, how you doing, and the rest. But moment you don't know why people are not responding, what is keeping them at least you need a hit.
Oh yeah. So do we leave that to the publicity, your team, or because we cannot just leave it to somehow we need to be accountable and say okay, we are following up on committee members who is taking lead on that, because you see papa, next time one of the challenges I've seen when people come for meetings and they suggest things and they come for another meeting and nothing was done, they get discouraged. So how best can we do the follow up? Because we have to be intentional. We cannot just say whoever will feel like we should do that. We need to have a team of people who will intentionally do it, because if we just leave it to whoever, likely it may not happen.
So when you're doing the list,
Hmm.
you don't do the list of community, Boka.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that we can have it, that one can be easier. But no, following up on them, we need to list alone. Like,
Maybe too much, yeah.
no, I don't know. It's not about being too much. The publicity can do it, but someone else can also do. You get
Hmm.
like members. No, it does not matter how many people call someone. Someone also feel loved and like, checking on me. You get
Hmm.
kama kubidde nawe okubidde just babuuza babala babuuza hey, how are you kibiki so it will also drag someone like hey, these people are taking on me. It's not about publicly calling them maybe only. Someone will think that now they are looking for me maybe because of events, but I think it can be general. Publicity can do it, but now maybe our mzee too. uh, Checking on each and then find out, especially those who are inactive.
Hmm.
But now, normally,
who no Shatina. Neighbors, she texted me like, "Bana, I've been so silent. I think she got concerned. I've been silent. I've been so quiet. I really want to now be active." That's what she was telling me.
Mm.
So we can also that one. Maybe you're texting a word. WhatsApp. Can make her active. Can give her a video caller. So if we are making like this topic and improve her.
I think that
Because
is.
she's on
I
community.
think that is fine. I think we have like 2 minutes to conclude. Papa Geoffrey, thank you for the submissions. I don't know whether Papa also has something to comment on that because I don't want the meeting to also go on longer. Apostle, any comment on these issues that we have physical fellowship, then the student activities? We've made some agreements on the student in the physical fellowship. Seems we need to get more involved in these activities, more so in the alumni family. Okay, okay. Apostle says this audio failed. So I believe what we've shared, if we can work on what we've shared, we'll see results actually. We'll have results. And yes, yes, actually, yeah, you're right, Apostle. Papa Geoffrey has been resourceful actually on this call because I've taken note most of the ideas that he has shared, and I'll share. I'll get time maybe tomorrow and compose it out. But it's going to go back. What the difference that we're going to make is to implement some of the things that we've shared. It's the difference that we really need. Otherwise, I just want to appreciate. Okay, yeah, indeed, we just need to implement. Okay, Apostle said Geoffrey's points are really good. We need to just implement. So I'm going to get time and definitely maybe tomorrow we'll come up with a summary typed out clearly, and then we can follow up and see how far we can go. But the issue of follow up, I think, has been one of the cores because it's like the turn up is down because of the follow up is being down. So I think we need to work on that and see. Because personally, when I was still leading the online fellowship as a coordinator, I felt we don't need to be contented with let's say 26 people out of 100. If you're going to get 26 out of 100, I think the highest we've had on an online fellowship has been like 28 or 30 for the marriage fellowship. So we're still not doing well. Yes, yes, Papa. No, the implementation is not only on Papa Geoffrey. I have some things I'm going to be working on, the publicity, the committee members. We're going to involve the leaders. We're going to tell them what we've discussed today. I think I will share the recording with them and they can follow up and we can see how best we can do. But I also realized if we rarely have meetings as committee, most cases it becomes tough. But I'm just saying that we need to aim at least, let's say 60, we need to have targets, say 60 alumni somehow involved and engaged in activities, let's say online fellowship. The numbers may take time to come, but we need to be intentional about it also. Otherwise, I want to thank God for enabling us to have this call. I pray that we'll have more and more in future. Mama Esther couldn't join. I think she said next time. Papa Eric had okayed it, but I think he got caught up because the time I talked to him, he had work during the day, but I think he got caught up. Papa Simon, I'm not sure what really happened because okay, he couldn't make for the physical, but at least here. Papa Samuel, okay, I didn't get a response. Then the rest of the leaders, no response, no response, no response. So somehow, even after this call, I think we need to follow up with the leaders and find out maybe why they've not been able to make it, so that we adjust and even have these numbers. We don't just say, we had the meeting, people didn't attend, and we don't know why they didn't attend. Otherwise, time has gone. I would say thank you for being on the call. Apostle, I don't know whether you have any last word. Papa Geoffrey, you gave us an opening prayer, and Apostle cannot, because this audio is down. I'll just pray. Anything before we close? Papa Geoffrey, anything? Okay. You can disarm ourselves and pray. Loving Father, this is your work, and we are privileged to be partakers. We thank you for our Papa Alumni family, our Mama Alumni family. We thank you for our patron, the committee, the members in the alumni family. Father, may you meet every member at their point of need. May you strengthen us, as you say in your word, in Psalms 133, O Lord, that you want us to be one, you want us to be united, oh Father. You want your anointing to flow in us when we're in unity. Father, we pray that there will be unity in the alumni family. There will be togetherness. We are thankful that there is already unity, there is togetherness, but we want to see more and more. Thank you for the activities that we have. Lord, may you continue to be in every activity of the alumni, the weddings, the online fellowships, the physical fellowship, the preparations that we have to stand with the students. We surrender the student body and the student fellowship, the college and the university into your hands. Father, may you have your way. May your will be done in this, in us, and in everything, oh Father. Let you be the center of the alumni family, of our patron, of the student fellowship. And for every alumni out there, those that don't have jobs, may you provide. Those that have jobs, may you secure their jobs, O Lord. Everyone at their point of need, O Father, may you meet them. We surrender the student, we surrender the alumni, we surrender our patron, our leaders, we surrender our nation. Lord, thank you for this meeting. Thank you for the ideas that have been raised. We pray, Holy Spirit, to enable us to do that which is yours, O Father, and may guide us. Touch hearts, Lord, as we meet this Sunday. May your presence be vivid, there be healing, transformation, renewal, empowerment, O Father. Let us see people we didn't expect. Let us hear from you through the people that are going to stand and minister. We surrender all this in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Are we there?
Amen.
Amen. Sorry, the meeting has dragged long. It was supposed to be 8:45 to 9:30, but I thank you all for being on the call.
You're
Okay.
You're
welcome.
welcome.
Good night, Apostle. Good night, Papa Geoffrey.
Good night.
Mm.